So we're pretty much ready. Everything is set up. So here we have the power supply. It's a 12-volt power supply. And we're basically feeding the power into this cable which distributes all the power. So it powers this Raspberry Pi. This is just a power regulator to regulate the power for 5 volts for the Raspberry Pi. But the 12 volts also goes into the controller, which controls all the sensors and the valve here. So those are the sensors and this is the valve. And it also has a little power regulator which distributes the power to each sensor and also to the valve. It also is powered by this Raspberry Pi Pico, which provides all the logic for the control system. And the Raspberry Pi just provides the interface for collecting the data and sending commands to the controller. So if we switch back to this is the dashboard. This is in the Raspberry Pi. And we can set the set point. So let's say we want to set a set point of 2000 ppms for our plants. You can configure it, and you'll notice that the Raspberry Pi, the valve turned on. It's indicated by this green light over here. And basically what it's trying to do is when the valve is on, it's going to raise the CO2 to the set point. So if I blow into the CO2, let's see, the CO2 is going to rise. So if I keep blowing on it, it's going to get above the set point. Ready? And there you go. It turned off. So the valve turned off, and we're going to let it clear out the CO2. Once it drops below the set point threshold, it should turn the valve back on. There we go. So the valve turned it back on, and it's below the 2000 set point, in which our CO2 will flow back in. So we would blow on it, or the CO2 tank will send in CO2 into the chamber. If I raise it again above the set point, it should turn off. Okay, and there you go, it turned off. Alright, so we're gonna set it back to 0 because we don't want everything on all the time. Okay, and there you go, and you can download, you could start logging the data for CO2 temperature, O2 and humidity, give it a name and start logging the data, and you can start downloading the data that you're storing here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. All we got to do next is to make the actual chamber itself. So we have the tank itself, and we're 3D printing all the mounts. So here you can see we're in the process of 3D printing all the mounts for all the sensors into the chamber. So yeah, that's pretty much it.